no, perché banno istantaneo. Buonasera a tutti signori e signori, siamo finalmente in live. Oh, allora stasera raga continuiamo a vedere praticamente il CEO 2021 e lo vedremo praticamente, ovviamente l'altra volta abbiamo visto la pool blocco 1. L'unica cosa purtroppo raga, per quella live ho dovuto eliminarla per una ragione. Quello che avevamo visto prima dell'andare a vedere il coso comportava un copyright strike, e quindi ho dovuto per forza di cose eliminarla. Queste live, sia questa che questa live invece andrà dritta una volta finita, andrà dritta su YouTube. Cioè la condividerò immediatamente su YouTube, verrà condivisa, quindi non c'è problema che c'è il rischio che questa live vada persa. Per chi se la dovesse perdere, vi voglio ricordare. Intanto non perdiamo altro tempo raga e spostiamoci. Ora fatemi rimuovere l'effetto. Perfetto. E andiamo con la pool parte 2. Si inizia. Stanno già giocando, minchia. O forse stanno facendo il button check. Stavano facendo, ok, no, stanno facendo il button check. Devo dire, non mi sono mai interessato troppo a questo gioco, però da quando la community è rinata di Ultimate Marvel mi ci diverto sempre di più. Mi è sempre divertito Marvel, niente da dire. Ho passato molto più tempo sul 2, devo dire la verità. Però il 3 è una roba spettacolare. Io raga, ripeto, non capisco il perché, nonostante tutti i giochi offline, si decida di usare solo sempre comunque la stessa arena. Boh, io penso che magari non sia per una questione. Penso, mi viene da pensare che per una questione di coso, di come diavolo si chiama. È un team insolito, Rocket Raccoon, Wesker e Virgil. E mi viene da pensare per una questione, diciamo, tra virgolette, di concentrazione, dato che l'arena, ci sono molte arene, ci sono determinate arene dinamiche che possono portare letteralmente al rincoglionimento. Quindi, però dico no. Era un po' strano, sempre la stessa arena. Francamente. Tra l'altro ripeto, può essere che vedremo sia la pool blocco 2 sia la pool blocco 3 per il semplice motivo che neanche un'ora dura quella blocco 2. E poi l'intento magari sarebbe di fare un po' di Tekken 7 dopo. Tornare su Tekken. Wesker è forte, raga. Wesker è forte. Sentinel non sarà lo stesso di Marvel 2, però comunque pure qui non scherza. Mamma mia. Non ha lasciato scampo. Io ripeto, io sto vedendo per la prima volta perché me la sono perso. Purtroppo me la sono perso la live. Quindi vi chiedo, possibilmente non fate assolutamente spoiler.
One thing you got to notice with pendulum assist or lariat assist or anything like that, a lot of players will tend to call the assist while they're teching to try to set it up and create more chaotic situations, and that's where he was able to capitalize. But unfortunately, he dropped.
Anche se qualcosina mi è stata detta effettivamente, però diciamo che fortunatamente riguarda soltanto la pool blocco 3.
Raccoon has only, I believe, 750k, so not a lot of health.
Right, the only character that has less health is Phoenix, and she has 2 lives, so she technically has the same amount of health.
Yeah. Alright, finds the hit on Wesker there with the low. Oh, X Factor's too early.
Vabbè, sta cosa poi di cancellare la tecnica con l'X Factor, vabbè. Poter andare in combo e niente cazzo se fa male.
Nice trade there. Faulty gets back out. This is going to clip 2. Yep.
Disruptor unfortunately is not as fast as people think.
Wesker è forte, raga. Wesker in questo Marvel non scherza. Comeback!
Yeah. All right, incoming here for Sentinel. Doesn't choose to hard drive this time, just gets hit.
Comeback, signori.
Looks like he's respecting him too much.
Oh, Fitzucker,
I think he
cazzo.
was scared
È
after the last time with the
fortissimo.
Dark Wesker.
Yeah.
So he wasn't
vabbè,
ready to
dai.
mash on it. Since
Ma
he
che
didn't
cazzo sto
mash.
vedendo?
And that, again, is that unfamiliarity you talked about, especially if you're trying to come from a game like Dragon Ball where you get like a free incoming into the match when your next character arrives. You have to block in this game when your next character's coming in.
Yeah,
Tra l'altro, raga, voglio fare una live poi, un'intera live dedicata, con calma, a Blaze Blue. Visto il fatto che sia Central Fiction che Tag Battle stanno aggiornando con il rollback netcode, vorrei vedere di trovare qualcuno.
Yeah, nice try jump light there.
If he does this right, he should be able to kill without meter.
Yep. He is going to spend the bar. I like it. Just keep it safe. You know, this is still a newer game for him, I'd imagine, so he's just keeping it basic. Tournament combos, as they like to say.
Absolutely.
Right, nice throw there by Raccoon. Not going to be able to kill. Going to have to
Questi sono mostri, raga.
Oh, doesn't finish the
Questi sono player
He's gonna have a
di
homing fireball though. Unfortunately, doesn't travel
altissimo
behind
livello.
Yeah.
O almeno con questa è gente che si allena.
Zucker without X Factor here, gonna get hit
Gente
low,
che
opened
sa.
up by Faulty.
Yeah, he's getting a little too predictable with his super jump gunshot. He's always doing the
Il
teleport to
fatto
the
su,
ground.
madonna mia,
You can do
la
any of
fit
the
combo di
three teleports
Magneto.
forward, backward, or to the ground
L'odio totale
off of the
dei
gunshot.
player di Marvel 2.
Alright, Dead Wesker here. It's all up to X Factorless Raccoon.
Ma per il semplice motivo, odio totale per il semplice motivo che
Speak too soon.
su Marvel 2 era micidiale, cioè.
Zucker's still in it, gonna throw out the
Infatti
trap.
Magneto era uno di quei era praticamente top tier come personaggi.
And
Come
it's
per i
actually
personaggi.
back up and, trigger
Erano
the
top
trap,
tier,
which is
lui,
fantastic,
Dr.
getting that
Doom
off the screen is imperative, so Rocket is not able to
Strider
put
Hero.
pressure off of it.
Yeah, very smart decision making. And he
Senti-
backed up and
no,
triggered it
Sentinel
and then
sì.
called Sentinel, making sure his assist did not get hit.
Sentinel.
Alright, let's see,
Come si
there's still a
chiamava?
trap out, should be gone
Cyclops
in a matter of seconds, doesn't matter, as Doom
e
beams in
Storm.
clip Raccoon and Faulty
Top
gets on
tier,
the board.
cioè i personaggi più
Absolutely. And,
utilizzati, più
for
GP.
those playing at home, you may be confused why he was able to call an assist at super jump height. If you take a hit or a block
2-1.
at super jump
Da
height, you'll
parte
be
di
able to call your
da
assist with
parte di
recover.
Faulty.
And Virgil is starting off with a happy birthday, burning X Factor once again at the start. Magneto is going to die, and we're going to see a solo
Cioè,
Sentinel. Let's see if
due
Faulty
per due
has,
PG in un
one or two
colpo solo ha
fingertips from
fatto.
Ray Ray.
Alright, he's going to spend the hard drive this time, get out of the corner. I like that. He's still got 2 meters left in the tank. Interesting screen tear right there. Keeps Wesker full screen on the tag.
Cioè,
Alright.
Wesker, la cosa caratteristica di Wesker, vabbè, la vedete raga, può colpire dall'altra parte dello schermo praticamente.
Absolutely. And one thing that
Cioè, i suoi attacchi prendono anche
jump light hits severely lower
da lontano.
when he's in the air.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, gonna throw out the Hyper Sentinel Force, gonna pop X Factor. Raccoon was safe there. Nice block, but gets hit low. Oh, just raw S. Works every time. That move does have armor.
Partito il comeback.
Just come in with Helmbreaker.
Che poi diciamo l'X Factor è un'arma a doppio taglio. È un'arma a doppio taglio. Se lo sai usare può permetterti un buon comeback. Se non lo sai usare ti fotti. Anche perché sarai più vulnerabile agli attacchi.
Well, gets the hit on Wesker here. He has plenty of meter to kill him. He's got to loop his hard drives. All right, here's one.
Comunque se sai
Does
giocare.
not get the bounce right, but finds the low. And that's going to be 2-2.
Due pari.
We're going to stop there because we got to evacuate the
un
building here,
autentico
folks. So we're going to be right back.
Comeback.
All right, we are back. That was an eventful moment there. Someone pulled a fire alarm, I guess. So had a nice little break in between here, but we're back. We're going to finish up the match we were on between Faulty and Fizzucker. It's 2-2 right now.
Yep, and in the meantime we had a very hype.
Tra l'altro ragazzi sto aspettando con ansia il Frosty Faustings che non mi ricordo quando dovrebbe essere. Più che altro quello mi interessa perché c'è ci sarà quest'anno il torneo di 4 Arena Ultimax. Persona 4 Arena Ultimax dopo tanti anni.
Only at CEO can you find such hype moments.
Absolutely.
All right, so it looks like they're doing another button check and their hands warm again because we've been outside for about 35-40 minutes now, so. But we're going to jump right back into it. It's 2-2.
Yeah, so right now it's a best of one. Both players hopefully got some of their nerves taken care of. It might actually be more nerve-wracking right now. We're seeing a Virgil and Rocket Raccoon pendulum assist, so things could get very chaotic very quick. Might see some 99-second X Factors just to try to close it out.
Yeah.
I would expect best of ones to be more random just because if you can just get one slight advantage on your opponent, you can easily close it out, and that's it.
For sure. All right.
Io dico, è vero, dico, l'unica cosa brutta dei tornei di Marvel è che si usa solo un'arena, si usa solo un'arena, cioè, almeno non so se questa è una caratteristica, dovrei guardarlo qualche torneo più vecchiotto per capire se effettivamente...
That was capitalized on by Magneto manages to fall out.
Bel contrattacco.
Wiley's an X Factor. We're probably going to see a gravity squeeze here to get rid of the rest of the X Factor. Just Virgil Wesker against Magneto Sentinel, and that's a terrifying shell to deal with in a snowball.
Pure qui Magneto non scherza,
Virgil
raga.
here with no real neutral assist. Nice blocks though. Gets opened up again.
Oh, got him low there, time. One thing with Magneto players you often see is that generally they don't like the first hit confirmed.
Ora arriva la sfida decisiva.
All right, Maximum Wesker on incoming, gonna block. Gonna be safe, gets the glasses off to get a nice little damage boost here. Gonna do it again. Don't like Fizucker, you know, wasting his meter like this, but Shockwave bring in Sentinel.
Oh, that's gonna hit him.
Yep.
X Factor.
Ottimo.
Time, unfortunately.
Yeah, almost got over there after the X Factor. Raw S.
Hit him with the GC Yoshi Classic. Unfortunately,
diciamo, ho usato la tecnica lo super di Magneto come diversivo.
And that's gonna be it. Faulty gonna take it over Fizucker.
Che comeback, signori. Che comeback.
Amaterasu unfortunately doesn't do very much damage. A lot of times her bread and butters cap out about 600, 700.
Certo, da quando, porca miseria.
200k below the average. But
l'hitbox è iniziato a essere usato pure su Marvel, per chi non conoscesse la meccanica dell'Happy Birthday, praticamente è una meccanica che consiste nel praticamente quando riesci a colpire più PG contemporaneamente dell'avversario. C'è addirittura una condizione che se tu riesci a mettere in attivo tutti e tre i PG contemporaneamente, automaticamente hai vinto la partita. Che c'è la possibilità di respingere per fare il cambio. Cioè per quel tot di secondi è inattivo. Se si riesce a fare tutti e tre, praticamente è proprio la totalità. Hai vinto praticamente il match. Mamma mia. Le meccaniche di loop combo mi sembra che da Marvel 2 le hanno lasciate, non dico tale e quali, però, perché noto che in confronto a Marvel 2 Marvel 3 è molto più fluido da giocare. Tra l'altro questo è il gioco in Smash. Tu non Smash, visto quel pad GameCube intorno al collo. No, però comunque è vero, l'Happy Birthday è forse la meccanica più tipica. E tra l'altro non è stata neanche se non sbaglio è una meccanica presente anche all'interno di Dragon Ball Fighters, se non vorrei di una minchiata. E anche in Skullgirls. E anche in coso, in Power Ranger Battle for the Grid, perché sono principalmente i giochi che condividono più o meno le stesse meccaniche. O almeno giochi come Skullgirls, Dragon Ball Fighters o lo stesso Power Ranger Battle for the Grid hanno appunto preso principalmente ispirazione a livello meccanica da buon vecchio Marvel. Ma per niente per dire Fighters l'hanno considerato un successore spirituale. Skullgirls non tanto per il semplice motivo che quando uscì nel 2012, 2013 comunque, barra 14 ancora si giocava, era giocabile Marvel 3. Quindi però per dire, già Fighters viene considerato il successore spirituale per via delle sue meccaniche, per via di tutto. Poi
X Factor, raw tag into Doom, and just the same stuff we've seen the first two games. Is Sky High sitting on a perfect right now?
Questo
è quello che si può fare, no? Se ragazzi, si sa giocare, madonna.
So he's forcing all of Knight's potential to be on the Amaterasu or the Hawkeye, and even then, neither of them have good incoming options, so they're basically stuck falling into the repulsor every time.
Yep, and as we see another TAC Infinite here on Ami. Doesn't drop it this time, gonna bring back in Firebrand. And like we said before, there's nothing Hawkeye can do in this scenario. He can't hit a button, he can't, you know, block an X Factor to try to escape. It's it's inevitable at that point. And Sky High has plenty of meters to finish him off here.
Yep, and he only needs the 3 bars, though.
Yep, that's a perfect, a 3-0 for Sky High Claw. He'll advance on in winners. Knight gonna, and yeah, Tong just gonna go with Hulk, Sentinel, and Hagar. He also runs
Oddio, un pod della 360. Cioè questo per far capire, no, quanto i giocatori giochino con le periferiche più disparate. Cioè il bello del mondo di picchiaduro è questo. Cioè vuoi trovarti avversari che giocano con le cose più disparate. Sicuramente starei giocando, vabbè, con un adattatore Brook, un converter Brook, roba che, cioè veramente, per quanto tutti dicono che ci siano lag e cose di varie, cioè ricordo, ragazzi, di aver giocato per un periodo al pad col pad della 360 Marvel 3. Io trovo bene, per carità, ma non è che facevo tutto sto granché, anzi.
Having the 2 best characters in the game in terms of support
Però
allows you to front load your team.
devo dire, se c'è un amore incondizionato per i picchiaduro è che grazie a Marvel. Grazie anche a Marvel. Quindi diciamo della sua semplicità a livello di gioco, a livello di, di padroneggiamento è tutto padroneggiare il gioco è sul fronte opposto proprio. Cioè ce ne vuole. Perché molti pensano che vedono tutte queste mega combo. No, vabbè, ma è facile, sì, è facilissimo. Questa è gente che si allena giorno e notte, notte e giorno. Non ha vita sociale letteralmente per farsi tornei. Questa è gente che spacca il culo. Cioè se solo provi a giocare, neanche colleghi lo stick, colleghi il pad che hai già perso. Io una volta, vabbè, facevo un comeback con Wesker online su Park, parliamo, un comeback che penso ancora me lo ricordo. 3 PG fatti fuori con uno solo. Ma perché il mio avversario, non so, forse col fatto che è riuscito a battermi 2 PG, ha abbassato la guardia, stava facendo lo sbruffone. Ha visto che io ho battuto tutti e 2 PG. Stavo facendo con il terzo e si è svegliato. Poi alla fine ho vinto io. Immagino le bestemmie in quel momento che stava dicendo. Tra l'altro è un po' che non gioco sparse a Marvel.
They actually moved the invincibility window back, so it's a lot easier to punish initially.
And Tong gets the Evo winning mix-up, the super jump call lariat. He's going to DHC into Sentinel here, and he's going to take a quick 2-0 lead here over Crazy. Crazy didn't even get to spend his X Factor that game, unfortunately, so...
Tra l'altro gioca con l'analogico, manco con la croce direzionale, perché normalmente per chi gioca col pad si dice sempre usate la croce direzionale e mai l'analogico, perché ma il semplice motivo che la croce direzionale è più precisa dell'analogico. Comunque Crazy, raga, gioca bene, però ne sta prendendo. La croce direzionale è più precisa. Io ho provato la croce direzionale del pad a 360. Non è vero quel che si dice, è che fa cagare, che non è adatta ai picchiaduro. È una stronzata. Chi dice così vuol dire che non ci ha nemmeno provato. Certo, messa in confronto a quella del DualShock 3, raga, non vuole che sia più scomoda, però è buona.
Most people can't tell by the color unless you play the character. By the way, if you guys are wondering, the colors around the characters' portraits dictate which type of assist they have.
Absolutely. Purple is alpha, the teal is beta, and blue is gamma. We're seeing bolts of Balthak for gamma. The other one you typically see from Doctor Strange is Eye of Agamotto, also known as Eye of Avocado. That is the beta assist, so you would see that teal background behind Strange.
Alright, gets the cross-up jump lightning there, gets the buster, and he's going to carry Hagar back into the corner. Now, Hagar does have 1.2 million health. That's tied for the second highest in the game, so Zero's going to have to do a lot of work here. but not enough damage. Actually going to opt to snap in, I believe, the Doctor Strange assist. Very good call. Take away the neutral options and put Hagar in the back.
Yep, one thing you got to be careful about with Doctor Strange is that he falls a lot faster than most characters, so he will actually fall out of certain strings. You have to be very careful with setting up the lightning loops like here. I believe Eddie should be prepared. He managed to push them to the correct side that a lot of Zero players are more comfortable with, and managed to kill Strange without him dropping out.
All right, nice block on the cross-up lightning, and push blocks so he avoids getting crossed up and hit with the Buster. Eddie avoids getting hit by Lariat and finds the low on Dormammu here. This should be a dead character barring a drop.
Madonna mia.
That pizza cutter was perfect in place. He actually sailed above the Lariat assist, and it was active enough to actually hit Hagar as soon as he became, as soon as he lost his invincibility.
Yep. The bane of every big body player's existence is Zero.
Geniale, raga, geniale.
Right. I believe he stayed in front that time. Not entirely sure, but I want to say he did. He's going to pop
Altro
X-Factor here
PG
after the
top tier,
Rakoha. Just do it again. Rakoha, one of the few supers in the game that even though it looks mashable, it's
Questa era proprio d'applauso, raga. Questa era d'applauso. Perfect hyper combo. Perfect hyper combo KO, madonna mia. Perfect hyper combo. Ma quando mai? Cioè, fare perfect su un gioco come Marvel non è uno scherzo. Cioè, ce ne vuole, perché comunque considera devi affrontare 3 PG e può succedere di tutto. Cioè, saper fare perfect vuol dire proprio sapere come attaccare, come diciamo letteralmente immobile l'avversario.
Hagar on his last legs here. It looks like he's going to DHC out. I like that. DHC's into stalking Flare to give Dormammu some coverage.
All right, we're seeing Eddie. It looked like he was trying to find a window to possibly move forward, but he elected to stay back and got, unfortunately mistimed the happy birthday follow-up to the Chaotic Flame, but Zero would have fallen out there anyways. Dark Hole actually does not connect full screen on small characters like Zero and Rocket Raccoon, so he should have just gone into the second Chaotic Flame. Unfortunately, X-Factor too early is losing Dormammu for it.
Another downside there too is he actually didn't have a meter to go into a second Chaotic Flame after that happy birthday, so I think that was maybe a possible brain fart there with the X-Factor. We'll never know. But now he's out of X-Factor and Hagar's going to have to hold this mix-up. That was a cross-up. And this should be, again, a dead character, and it'll be all up to Anchor Strange. We'll have plenty of bar, but won't have that X Factor.
Purtroppo devo ricomprare, raga, alcuni picchiaduro che avevo nel vecchio account. Devo ricomprare mannaggia, tipo un paio di Blaze Blue devo riprendere. Devo prendere Continuous Shift e Calamity Trigger, devo riprendere. E mi sembra anche Corona Fantasma. Mi ricordo che Corona Fantasma, mi sembra devo prendere. Devo riprendere Ultra Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 5 devo ricomprare.
And he finds the low again.
Actually, that's something that you would, if he's charging the Buster, you'd probably see it more often.
Non basterebbe riuscire a recuperare, a far sì che l'email al vecchio mi ritornino. Quello è il problema. Fare in modo che mi tornassero le mail per recuperarli, diciamo prenderli in un prestito.
Dark Hole assist, which actually nullifies projectiles, so it ate up the Doom Beam there in an effort for him to try to get on Zero, but it's not working out so far.
I believe it has up to 15 low durability points, which is about 3 fireballs worth.
Yep.
And level 3 Buster only has 9 points of low durability. So it actually will eat up the Buster and a Hodengeki.
Yep, and he's going to lose Hagar just to chip.
Nice
block on the lightning, but gets hit by the Buster.
You saw him try to do a Dark Matter there. It looked like he was trying to throw punish to teleport. Unfortunately, wasn't able to capitalize off of that bolt assist. One thing, unfortunately, with
mi dispiace purtroppo la saga di Marvel averla conosciuta troppo tardi.
The second one has very little hit stun while the opponent is standing.
Ripeto, fortunatamente dopo lo schifo di Infinite, come la community sia rinata, guarda. È un autentico miracolo.
Again, these were a lot different in vanilla when Buster didn't cause a soft knockdown. It caused a hard knockdown in vanilla. Ooh, tried to, I think, do the counter there. Is that a counter?
Yeah, the back heavy, so that's generally an option select that you see. A lot of Strange players, like myself, will try to do back throw into the corner when generally it's a safer option select to do forward heavy with the palm.
Yep. And as we see there, Eddie we've seen nothing but speedruns here these last couple matches.
And the memories are coming back now. I recall seeing Samstar playing this team now. There's been a lot of Nova Spencer Doom and Nova Spencer Strange players that have come and gone over the years, and it's nice to see one return.
Yeah, this is a shell that can definitely do a lot of damage if Nova finds a hit here, as we're going to see. So, what we should see here is he's going to knock Zero down, he's going to call the Spencer assist, and he's going to raw tag into Doctor Strange and allow Strange to go into his impact palm loops in the air. Now, they can be a little difficult on Zero because of his tiny body, but it looks like he's got him so far. As I say that, Commentator's Curse drops the combo.
Actually, smaller bodies typically end up being easier for Strange. The ones that are typically difficult with flame loops are the big bodies, because generally when you land and do the you can do a grounded rep where you do palm, fireball, palm, and that allows you, if you end up accidentally super jumping forward a little bit and messing up your spacing, you can actually correct your spacing on the landing. Unfortunately, can't do that with big bodies.
This is one of the great benefits of having Airborne on commentary here with me. A Strange player himself, he's able to clear up some misconceptions I had about the character, but none of that seems to matter now. As
Cioè, questo Zero è duro a morire proprio. Con tutto quello che sta combinando, madonna mia.
And barring a drop, this is going to be a dead Spencer.
Remora is currently playing the best player in the game best character in the game right now.
È duro a morire proprio.
Most terrifying thing existing.
Le ultime parole famose. Vabbè, se Giuro avesse vinto con Zero in quelle condizioni, applausi proprio sarebbe stato.
Finds the hit so that Remora can't DHC into Virgil. He typically likes to do that.
Vai!
All right, shout outs to Blackwork. Here comes the best super in the game. We're going to see Helmbreaker, X Factor, Devil Trigger.
Yep, and this is going to do a lot of damage. Even though Remora is not building bar,
comeback.
Dark Virgil in Devil Trigger does so much damage and has such an insane speed boost that it really doesn't matter if he has any meters.
Applausi per come giocano, raga, da applausi sarebbe.
Normally, you would think that Strange would have a chance in that specific situation to possibly get a counter super as soon as he lands, since Virgil does do a lot of lockdown with projectile-based moves. Unfortunately, you have to block on incoming, and that's the most terrifying part with Virgil.
You have to actually manage to land.
Right.
All right, so as we see here, I like that Samstar's trying to set up a bit more of the gravimetric pulse this game. He's going to snipe the Doom Assist here with the Human Rocket. Actually catches Zero a bit as well, but had to bail out due to the missiles coming down.
Ovviamente gli è tipo bloccato la super, nonostante tutto. Comunque gli ha minimizzato I danni.
That are conditioned to play against Nova know how to properly dodge the energy javelins without really committing to anything. So he's just able to just up back at the right time, dodge the energy javelins while punishing the Strange Assist.
Yep. So Doctor Strange is bleeding a lot right now, so I imagine Samstar's going to try not to call him in.
Penso che nei prossimi giorni riusciremo a vederlo tutto, riusciremo a vederlo comunque. Io aspetto soltanto che finiscano di caricare le varie puntate. Dopo le pull c'è la top 24.
Absolutely. We're going to see the corner carry with Rapid Slash. We're going to see some easy lightning loops set up. He's going to get the second bar at any given point, and definitely will kill Spencer. I believe you can get up to 500k. Possibly more with lightning loops, which is stronger than any level 3 extension.
Yeah, for sure. So Spencer is going to go down. It's going to be all up to Strange again. Comes in with Spell. That is going to clip Zero. And it clips Virgil. Interesting that Remora called Virgil Assist there rather than missiles to set up the incoming.
Unfortunately, I think he actually got crossed up because it looked like he was trying to do super X-Factor.
No vabbè ragazzi. No vabbè. Ma che cazzo sto potendo? Cioè è allucinante come match. Cioè proprio entrambi i player stanno dando battaglia all'ultimo sangue, letteralmente. Ultima aerial combo. Vai! È allucinante ragazzi. Una roba del genere è allucinante.
Realized his mistake when he did the foot dive, so he went straight into an exchange. It was a great way to keep that combo alive.
Yeah, because if he had done the foot dive, as you mentioned, and then tried to go into Photon Array, Strange likely would have reset in the air.
Or possibly only got hit by one line of the Photon Array, and that would have not been enough damage to kill him.
Yep.
Vediamo per il terzo round. Sarà un 3-0 o ci sarà un eventuale comeback. Per il momento la situazione sembra essere la stessa.
The missiles call, try
to
counter snipe it,
una
just make
mazza
sure you're
ancora.
never on the same linear plane as Strange and the Buster.
Yeah, for sure.
Mamma mia.
All right, so down goes Nova. In comes Spencer, gonna Bionic Bomber just to try to avoid a mix-up, but still gets pinned down in the corner, and the Okie Doke with the Buster. A lot of Zero players like to do that now. Just dash in, dash back, or teleport in, dash back, call Buster.
One thing you gotta, you'll notice with a lot of Zero players is that they're either the type to either do double dash into Buster, or you're gonna see them throw a light in between.
Yeah, one of the scariest things about Zero, even as a solo character, is he gets a lot of chances to open you up on incoming before it's your turn to play the game. And Samstar's Doctor Strange isn't even going to get a chance to play this game here in game number 3. Remora going back into the lightning loops.
And Zero actually did lose a little bit of red health being on
Che
point, so that
match.
wasn't a perfect, but
Che
he did regain
match.
all the yellow health, so it was
So it can cause a
Incredibile.
lot of problems for a character, especially like Wesker, who likes to play on the ground.
not to mention Wenster's playstyle is generally to be very aggressive.
Oh, finalmente un cambio d'arena. Training room. Altra arena abbastanza statica, tutto sommato. Da una parte abbiamo Evil Western, e l'altra abbiamo un player del Team Panda, Marlin Pie. Questo non lo conosco. Questo non lo conosco. Vabbè, tra questi dovrebbe esserci anche Justin, perché avevo sentito che aveva partecipato.
And Marlin's going to find the hit here on Wesker.
Ma lo stesso sbaglio dichiarò che
this
aveva...
choice because again, as you mentioned earlier, Amaterasu does not do a lot of damage by
Seriamente?
himself outside of X Factor. Going to do a bit of the sword infinite. Nice extension there with the burn kick in.
Cioè, tutto mi sarei aspettato tranne che Okami potesse rallentare il tempo. Questa è proprio una cosa che va a vantaggio del player.
I like this choice because he's going to attempt to go, yep, there it is, the Amaterasu TAC infinite. And he has one of the more interesting infinites in the game. He dropped it, so we won't get to see it this game. It's really just one button. All right, so we're going to see Team Super from Wenster here, and that's good to lock down with $1 million. But Dante's going to take a little bit of damage here from the Ami Super.
Actually does not. The Dante was off screen already, so the Blizzard.
No, ma giuro, sta cosa vabbè che rallenta, diciamo.
All right, so Wenster already taken out 2/3 of Marlin's team and finds the low on Amy. Should have plenty of damage here to finish her off. Oh, as I say that, commentator's curse drops the combo.
And Amaterasu's projectile counter was allowing Marlin Pie to prevent a little damage there. Unfortunately, beams cannot be reflected, so he couldn't take advantage of it more than that.
Yeah, for sure. And that's just a little bit of rush showing there from Marlin Pie. You know, gets happy birthday early on in the neutral. Your team gets sort of out of whack now that you don't have the Doom Beam assist to help Viper get in. We actually saw Wenster go back to character select here, just kind of try to collect his thoughts. Knows he probably got away with some overly aggressive play there with that happy birthday. Marlin does like to play different characters every now and then. Gonna go with Spencer perhaps here. Interesting.
Oh, he's going with his B team. He has played a lot of Taskmaster Spencer in the past.
And I do like Taskmaster into Wesker. Taskmaster has a lot of good grounded normals to kind of compete with Wesker's grounded approach. And of course he has a solid zoning tool in those different variations of the arrows.
Also, I would like to mention, this came out as very powerful Viper tech after Marlin Pie had stopped playing Marvel, where being able to charge optic laser and do walking seismos, as we call them, is allowing Viper to become very formidable in the neutral, and I don't believe he ever learned those. So having more control over the neutral with Taskmaster here will allow him to control the very proactive offense from Wenster.
All right, gonna DMC the Bionic Arm, does get a follow-up off of this. Zip, 80k. So that up grapple there into the follow-up always does 80,000 points of damage. It is not affected by scaling. That's the 80k name. So you're gonna see it a lot in Spencer combos.
All right, looked like Marlin Pie got a little too frosty, ended up trying to go under and ended up eating a hammer. Wenster not able to capitalize off the situation.
Marlin Pie here relying on his solid movement, trying to get in with those assist calls with the Doom Beam and the Spencer Zip.
All right, we're seeing $1 million here. I'm not entirely
That's still going to hit the, so the invincibility of Bionic Arm does
Spencer
not last very long.
forte,
It basically finishes once he finishes saying the word Bionic, as we saw there. And Wenster's going to capitalize. Don't know if he needed the DHC, but does it just to be safe and gets, you know, the more formidable shell in there with Weasel Shot and Magneto.
Yeah, and Weasel Shot's allowing Magneto to get more of a horizontal lockdown assist. So he's oh, sorry, we're gonna
Ecco perché le pool siano FT3 ancora non l'ho capito, ho detto francamente. Dovrebbe essere secondo me sono FT2 tanto.
Alright, DHC into Dr. Doom. Definitely Marlin's best
Scelte degli
character, I would say, on
organizzatori.
this particular team.
Non mi faccio
I
idea,
like
non mi
Wenster
faccio
backing up
domande.
there. I believe he actually had enough speed and timing to actually sail over the photon array, but Marlin Pie has X Factor while he does not, so he could have potentially put himself in a bad situation.
Vai!
Alright, so we're gonna get the air throw here on Doom. Combo extension with
Dr.
Magneto.
Doom.
He's either gonna have to reset like he does here, because he's not gonna get the damage he needs to kill Dr. Doom off that throw. Ooh, that was dangerous to him getting foot dive. Luckily the magnetic blast was still there.
All right, good push block there. Unfortunately, wasn't able to capitalize. He already used up his air dash there. Marlin Pie managed to to punish him with the Doom air-to-air assist.
And that is a very difficult, I will say, air-to-air confirm there from super jump height there with Dr. Doom. So Marlon showing that he's still got it. Ooh, air throw there by Dante on incoming. Interesting.
All right, and Wenster's got 3 bars. Unfortunately, no assist, so he couldn't have capitalized off of that air throw. The only time you can otherwise is if he has X Factor.
Trasformato.
And while he is normally capped at about 700,000 damage for 1 bar, he was able to kill Dr. Doom without using meter and hit him with the percolator, as Static and I like to call it.
Yeah, so finds the Oki though there on Taskmaster, and Wenster gonna go up.
Da applauso, ragazzi. Da applauso.
Again, trying to shake off the rust.
Questi
Again,
sono
doesn't play this
match,
game a ton
mamma
anymore.
mia.
But
Sono
Wenster's
match
very
di alto
aggressive
livello.
style. You know, he's showing no fear. He's always going in, swinging buttons. Even though Marlon had X Factor there, he was able to overcome it. And Marlon's just going to go back to Viper, I think. Stick with what he's comfortable with.
The experiment is over. Let's see if he can try to create more situations. One thing that I would like to point out is Viper is able to stall in the air a lot better than most characters because she has the flips and the feint cancels on the burn kick. And so she can actually stall out the disruptor a majority of the time. If he can correctly call Plasma Beam or Cold
A me
Star,
non
he can
piace,
protect himself
ragazzi, ripeto.
while
A me
the
il
disruptor is
Vectrex
leaving
Pro
the screen.
FS
And he's
come
using
artisti.
Optic Laser
Non
correctly
mi
to
piace.
snipe the Magneto assist.
All right,
Non mi fa
manages to find
cagare.
his way in this time with Viper, does get the low.
Mi fa
Oh, but
assolutamente
drops his
cagare.
combo. Unfortunate there for Marlon
Ma no,
Pie because
perché
Wenster's now going to get a
io
pickup
sarei
into a full confirm, and this should
cattivo.
be a dead Crimson
Ma
Viper.
perché proprio in generale.
Oh, chooses not to team super. Interesting choice.
Looks like he was favoring trying to have a better incoming setup here. We're going to see Viper DHC out. Doom's going to
Vai.
get command thrown. Excuse me.
Yeah,
Okay.
unfortunately, that was not safe for Marlon Pie because Wesker did block the Sphere Flame in the air, was able to land and link that command throw.
I like him not burning the assets here. Oh, sorry, he did anyways.
That forces Marlon to pop X Factor because Annie's also getting hit right now. Wants to keep his team healthy, so chose to burn the X Factor there and save both Annie and Dr. Doom.
If Wenster had burned the X Factor there, I think he might have actually been able to kill Amaterasu. From the damage from the Shockwave $1 million, Amaterasu might have actually died.
Yep.
There's a 60% damage boost on assists when they are hit on the screen.
All right, so nice air throw there by Wenster. He's going to pop his own X Factor here.
No,
to take
giuro
out
ragazzi,
Dr.
se, riesce,
Doom.
se vince
Gonna spin
un'altra
the bar
volta
to
io me
get
ne
the
vado.
glasses off of Wesker. Again, that does give
Se
Wesker an
vince
additional
la
speed
terza
and
volta in
damage
questa
bonus once
maniera.
those shades are off. Viper going to come in. Nice tech on the throw there. Need
Io
that one.
giuro che me ne vado.
All
Ooh, EX Thunder Knuckle.
One thing you'll always see with Viper, if she's got 2 bars, you're going to see the EX Thunder Knuckle rip into EX Seismo.
All right, so has 1 bar left in the chamber just in case he needs to throw out another EX move. He is going to have a bit of trouble getting in because Cold Star assist, while it is like a horizontal assist, it only goes out horizontal and diagonally down. So not really a good tool for getting in. It's a good tool for continuing pressure once you're already in.
Yeah, Wenster had a ballsy raw tag there. Marlon Pie unfortunately backdashed 1 time too many and wasn't able to capitalize and punish that raw tag.
And I like what Wenster's doing here. Rather than, you know, apply that same offensive pressure we're seeing, he chose to run away, but eventually got opened up by Marlon low.
Yeah, one thing, Viper's Plink Dash is actually not very strong. You have to Plink a lot faster than most other characters. So generally you have to maximize your Plinking speed in order to catch Magneto. So Wenster generally actually put himself
Allora, quella mossa di Amaterasu è
position as he was falling down.
fastidiosissima effettivamente, mi rendo
So going to
conto.
team super again to try to lock
Cioè,
Annie down.
il
Actually
fatto
gonna
che
find the
ti
hit on her.
permette, diciamo,
She
ti
is going to fall
permette.
out of the $1 million, so no combo continuation, but she took a lot of damage there. Now Wesker just spacing her out with the
Cioè,
gunshot.
il
Goes
fatto
low.
che ti permetta di, diciamo,
Fortunately,
rallentare
while the
l'avversario.
gunshot was getting reflected, it does not prevent Amy from getting hit by normals.
All right, so it's all up to Marlon's Viper here, and I just don't think he has the time to get this done. Not a lot of time on the clock. And yeah, that's going to be it. Evil Wenster takes it 3-0,
No,
what I would call a bit of an upset. Marlon did look like he was a little rusty, but Wenster showed that he was composed and was not afraid to go in.
Shoutouts to Rambam for being the scumbag of the year.
Oh yeah, Rambam accepting the villain role in that matchup for sure. So yeah, on the player 1 side, we got Zero, Doom with missiles, and Virgil against Chris, Wesker, and Akuma. So let's get this going.
All right, we saw Remora actually show Living Legend a lot of respect at the start. I think he's wary of the Tatsu assist. Chris getting hit by the stray missiles. Unfortunately, Remora wasn't able to capitalize in time, so Chris is able to get space back mid-screen, super jump, shotgun into falling incendiary grenade to save him.
Yeah, and Chris has a lot of great tools for controlling space, but Zero is able to move in a lot of angles that Chris can't necessarily hit, but he finds the throw here, and this is actually going to be a dead Zero with his full extension, because that flamethrower does a ton of damage. He's actually going to go into level 3 to make sure he gets the job done.
All right, Alright, Satellite Laser, Living Legend, hopefully getting a slightly better incoming setup. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get there for the meaty, just did a dash under Tatsu assist. Remora finding his way out of the corner, does have the 2 bars necessary to get Virgil onto point when he so decides.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time, in my opinion, before he chooses to DHC into Virgil. Interesting to just call him there in neutral. Ran right into the flame grenade. Could have been really bad for him, but luckily the grenade was pretty much out of time. Now we're going to see the DHC. Swords are on, and now he gets full control of the neutral.
Remora contro
got
Living
his neck
Legend.
broken.
Yeah, X Factor. Yep, you like to see that. Living Legend likes to do this a lot, especially on the second character. If he gets that air grab, he pops X Factor immediately, so he can build a ton of bar and keep that momentum for the next character coming in.
Oh, hit him with a falling S after the shotgun. Wasn't expecting that. One thing that we're going to see with this matchup is that while Living Legend will struggle because his team is primarily ground-based and Doom is able to time out a lot of things. Oh, we didn't elect to do Satellite Laser there. That was smart. Made sure that Remora didn't get a chance to X-Factor and punish.
Yeah, because something about the Satellite Laser, after he fires the first shot, he's no longer invincible. So you can walk up and hit him.
Right, and Remora manages to get another hit on Wesker. He tried to go for the same side situation with the horizontal foot dive. You can actually air dash afterwards if it whiffs.
Oh, nice block on the cross-up foot dive, but not blocking there, and Legend's going to get hit, and this is going to be game 1 to Remora. Just ends it with the simple level 3.
And Remora showing a little desperation that worked in his favor, just constantly foot diving, trying to just essentially frame trap Living Legend with while he had the X Factor and taking advantage of the speed, managed to catch Living Legend slipping.
Yeah, he knows just how dangerous Living Legend's
Il fighting pad della Mad Cats, madonna, di quelli Street Fighter 4 per 360, cioè questo per far capire. No, ripeto, torno a dire. Cioè, il bello dei picchiaduro che trovi la gente con le periferiche più disparate. Perché giustamente dice perché devo comprarmi, devo spendere tot per comprarmi una nuova periferica quando con un cacchio di adattatore risparmio e posso continuare a giocare.
Oh, just barely. Chris does have a lot of health. I believe
In generale,
1.1 million.
siamo sempre noi che comunque non ci sappiamo mai accontentare. Io voglio devo prendermi uno stick nuovo, devo fare questo, devo fare quest'altro. Quando basterebbe poco. Io raga, non lo vedete perché il Brook Super Converter per i controller Play 3 su PS4. Il migliore acquisto, il migliore 40 euro che ho mai speso per questo adattatore. Le migliori 40 euro mai spese, poco ma sicuro. Ho adorato questo adattatore. Lo uso tuttora, per carità. Lo uso di meno, però lo uso.
Yeah, I think this is the most stressed I've seen Remora in a while. He's definitely just trying to control his nerves right now.
Yeah, that's something he has been getting better with over the past year or so, is controlling those tournament nerves. But again, sometimes when you're up against certain opponents, those nerves come back out to the forefront. So let's see if he can keep his composure and close out this set.
Magari farò dopo questo video, raga, farò 5 minuti di, giusto 5 minuti di pausa. Perché dovrei anche andare al bagno, dovrei.
Yeah, that Magnum does a ton of damage and it causes a hard knockdown. So you can get a super jump second Magnum after the first one.
Nice use of the box dash there. It doesn't send Zero very far, but he was actually able to get a cross-up pizza cutter after Living Legend came out of block stun.
Alright, so back into Sogemu here, more of the same lightning loops. Actually drops, and Legend finds the happy birthday.
That's one thing I was talking about earlier. That side for a lot of Zero players is very unfavorable because it's on the left side, which is generally the weaker side for those that primarily play with left-hand sticks.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, so Virgil going to be safe here. The last grenade not going to come down. And Chris is going to die to missiles damage there. Oh, comes in swinging with a button, showing no fear. Going to counter X Factor and find the happy birthday.
Madonna mia.
All right, and Living Legend, great use of the X Factor there to perfectly time the punish on the assist and the Virgil getting a happy birthday.
Yeah, Living Legend is one of those players that relies on very solid fundamental gameplay to make his team work, and you saw it on display there. Waited to X Factor cancel the block string, punish Remora, and was able to also punish the assist.
All right, we're we're seeing a little more chest bumping right now at the start of the match, but we, like usual, we are clearing the space. We get to see an air throw out of the command dash. Unfortunately, the incendiary grenade ruined it.
Yeah, it almost actually helped him continue the combo, but he caught the end of it, so actually ended up falling out.
Remora whiffing on a snapback attempt trying to bring Akuma in.
Yeah, definitely knows how dangerous not only just Akuma as an anchor can be, but Living Legend has one of the better Akumas I've seen in a long time as an anchor. So definitely something to keep an eye on should it make an appearance in this match.
Dare I say it's the second coming of Justin Wong.
Yes, I would go as far as well. Legend has made some remarkable comebacks. Even X Factorless anchor Akuma.
Absolutely.
A couple of lightning fakes there from Remora, then finds the lightning mix-up on incoming, gets the full extension here, gonna call the Virgil assist, complete the combo extension, and go into Sogenmu.
Alright, this is going to be one bar, as I said previously. Zero's lightning loops actually do more damage than level 3, most level 3s in the game, which are fully unscaled at the end of a combo.
Yeah. Zero cares not for for combo scaling in this game.
Absolutely not.
And Legends Akuma looking like he's not going to get to play at all in this set. Zero just going to go into level 3. Yep, didn't even need it. And Remora going to take it 3-1 over Living Legend.
È stato distrutto. È stato letteralmente. Gli ultimi due match di questa pool. Ok, posso resistere, raga.
Thor kill attempts off 99-second Helmbreakers on Twitter earlier this week.
Yep. That's always the fun thing to do when you pick up a new team or new characters, is just to see how much damage you can really get out of them.
Absolutely.
And here we see the struggle we mentioned earlier is because Tong does not have a drones or a beam assist, it's very difficult for Hulk to get in.
One thing to point out is that I believe Zero's crouching medium actually stays under Hagar.
Yes.
So it not only beats out Hulk's armor, but it stays active long enough due to hit stop to actually outlive Hagar's invincibility and hit both characters.
Yeah. Manages to avoid the Lariat again. And now Flocker has already burned his X Factor, so if Zero does die, that's going to take away a significant amount of damage from Flocker's team as we see the raw tag from Tong to get Hulk out of there, get Sentinel in, and finds the Lariat hit.
All right, we're going to see we're not going to see a hard drive here.
Not going to see a super at all as he drops.
Tra l'altro Tong fa parte proprio del, a quanto pare, o dello staff, o del TNS proprio. TNS di Chicago.
Hagar got hit but fell out. Hulk is still dying.
Sì,
Yeah, Hulk's going to go down, and this is rough for Tong because even though Hagar is regenerating a lot of health due to X Factor, he doesn't have a lot of
il Tampa Never Sleeps è nato
and it looks like it's going to be all
come società per quanto riguarda i tornei, inizia è nata proprio per Marvel, da quel che mi sembra di capire.
Flocker is on the
Nata all'inizio per Marvel, che poi adesso stanno facendo anche Betty Blood, Guilty Gear, Dragon Ball e compagnia varia.
Nice block from Tong, uses the Lariat to try to avoid another mix-up, but Lariat
però principalmente Marvel, però sembra incredibile come un gioco del 2012, nel 2021 riscuote ancora grande interesse. Mamma mia. Cioè, mi sembra quasi incredibile, ragazzi. No, ma io ripeto, adoro i converter della Brook. Adoro i converter, ragazzi. Cioè, la possibilità di usare periferiche più vecchie come DualShock 3 con il controllo dell'Xbox 360 o altro. PC, cioè sulle nuove piattaforme, non è roba da poco.
Think he's gonna have to burn the second one. I would burn it just to be safe. No, doesn't have to.
Poi consideriamo, vabbè, la PS5 è retrocompatibile a livello di controller, almeno per quanto riguarda i controller terze parti. Meglio di così.
And as you can see with top level Zero players like Flocker, he is prepared to punish hard drive, having exposure against Tong. Unfortunately dropped the combo, but shows how deadly Zero really can be with Buster and with Meter.
Yeah, like I've been telling people all weekend, there's never been a fighting game where there's been a Shadow Super and it hasn't been broken in some way or another.
Absolutely not. Ganaijin, Sogenmu, Shadow Clones.
Even like Astral Vision, even Seienbu, Yang Shadow Super is very, very strong as well.
Absolutely.
Flocker may have to X Factor here. No, just built the other bar he needed.
Flocker, se non sbaglio, l'avevo già visto giocare una volta. Mi sembra, raga, non vorrei dire una.
Oh, but finds the
perfect.
Perfect. Goes up 2-0 here over Tong. And Tong's one of those guys that
Però mi
even
dà
when he's
l'impressione
down
di averlo già
0-2, he
visto.
never panics, he never gets stressed. He's just he's relaxing, he's having fun. He lets you get stressed.
Yeah, with someone that never really gets to sleep, it's not there's not much point to him fretting over it.
Yeah.
Exactly. You got no
quell'impressione.
time to be stressed if you don't have time to sleep.
Absolutely.
All right, so he is going to switch to his Wolverine team here. I believe Asian Demon also used to play this team. So we're going to have Wolverine, Doom, Wesker, a very 2012 sort of team here.
Absolutely. Shout out to Asian Demon. I actually saw him earlier today. I didn't say hi, but I don't remember if he remembers me. So.
Yeah, nice to see him back in the scene. I know he hadn't touched the game really in about 2 years. As we say all of that, Tong has spent his X Factor, and he has killed off Flocker 0. So first time he's won the point war here.
Luckily, Plasma being covered. Wolverine there, as he ate a Helmbreaker, Virgil was not able to get the high time to actually kill Wolverine there and get more momentum.
And that's actually very rare that Flocker comes in with Helmbreaker with Virgil. A lot of people like to say he has the most polite Virgil out of any player.
Happy birthday,
He's going
vai.
to pop the X Factor here after this happy birthday, and it's going to be all up to X Factorless Wesker in the back to try to keep Tong's hope alive in the winner's bracket of this pool.
Unfortunately, we're seeing everyone's worst nightmare, X Factor 2 Virgil.
Praticamente ha vinto. Ha vinto, porca
Spend the
puttana.
mirror here, got plenty of bar, going to go into Gimlet.
Kiss of Fire, actually.
Oh, yeah. All right, that works just as well. And Flocker's going to take
Cioè,
it 3-0.
match
He's
da
gonna send Tong to
record,
losers and
raga,
advance
match
on
da
in the winner's
record.
bracket himself.
Ultimo
Yeah,
match
he's gonna
di...
choose to go with hidden missiles assist here, try to provide him a little bit
Madonna,
more
un
lockdown
vecchio
than
Quamba
Doom could.
Q4.
Yeah, it looks like
Cioè,
Flocker actually ends
vecchio
up
davvero,
using
raga.
the same
Quello
color
stick.
Virgil as Eddie. So
Sembra il
he elected
2012,
the
2013 è
alt
praticamente
costumes.
quello stick.
Flocker, one of the very few players I see that
Ed
uses
era la cosa buona di quello
the
stick
alt
che potevate
color for
usarlo.
Zero, that
Si
Mega
poteva
Man
usare
X
sia
armor.
su PlayStation 3 che su 360.
Not enough damage. Infamous for the Kobe.
Attraverso un apposito switch, quindi altro che Universal Arcade Stick tipo quelli May Flash.
Yeah. The names are switched right now, guys. We'll have that fixed for you in just a second. It's actually not enough damage that's getting hit right now, not Flocker.
E in più vabbè si
As,
poteva anche usare su
Net
PC
Zero's gonna
tramite
go down. Let's see
modalità
the incoming here on
360.
Doom. Nice blocks. Blocks every layer possible and finds
Ooh.
the happy birthday. Great defense there, but not enough damage.
All right, we're going to see the simple X Factor extension for Doom into Photon Array. Didn't even
Due
have
in
to
un
burn the
colpo
second bar to
solo.
Virgil with missiles against Virgil. As people have said before, level 2 X Factor Virgil is oftentimes more terrifying than level 3 X Factor Virgil, simply because the level 2 X Factor Virgil oftentimes has hidden missiles behind him.
Yep. So Flocker has spent his X Factor, but Ned finds the hit, and it's going to be 1-0, not enough damage. We're going to get those
veramente,
names switched for you here
ragazzi.
in a second.
Yeah, not enough damage starting off clean. We're seeing the hidden missiles do.
Sarà un bel match, sarà.
And as we're seeing towards the end of the Mega Man X game, X did get the advantage over Vile. We'll see if that happens again. But yeah, Flocker gets the first hit again. Looks like Eddie's Zero is going to be the first to die once again.
Yeah, this is such a point war heavy matchup. Despite the fact that last game Eddie found that happy birthday, I imagine the first Zero to die, their player is going to be in a rather sizable hole for the rest of the game.
Yeah, most of the times when you see Zero Mirrors or Zero Morgan matchups, it always comes down to whoever gets the first kill.
All right, nice falling M there by not enough damages. Manages to confirm there with a standing late. Going to get the full combo here. Ooh, almost drops.
Yeah, so as I was telling people previously, hits on deterioration in this game is time-based, so the longer it takes you to do a combo, the less hits you'll actually be able to get. So if Doom messes up a dash in any of his loops in the corner, he actually loses one whole rep.
Yep. Not enough damage, was able to correct it in time. All right, raw tag into Hawkeye. Interesting choice here. Does that so he can DHC back into Virgil and get the swords on. I like that by Flocker.
Great awareness by Flocker to recognize that Eddie's Virgil was actually behind him, so he managed to correct the spiral sword's motion and didn't accidentally get a double trigger.
Yeah, one of the benefits I imagine of
Not
playing
enough damage ne sta dando la grande, porca. Anzi, mo le sta prendendo.
Character is on, so that when you do go for a DHC, you have an easier time not crossing up your inputs.
Absolutely, and Flocker's heavy was not active at the time, so he wasn't able to hit Doom out of that photon array. Fortunately, was staying safe. Eddie trying to do something with this level 3 X Factor before it runs out. Flocker doing his best to time it out.
Yeah, and in Atlanta, we like to say that Dr. Doom is not enough damage's best character. It's the character I believe he is most dangerous with, especially when he has level 3 X Factor. But here's that bad matchup you were talking about. Hawkeye versus Dr. Doom. Is not enough damage going to be able to get in?
It's actually not as terrible as people would expect right now, just because Flocker, oh, sorry, he got another bar. Generally, as I said before, the 9-1 matchup primarily comes from when Hawkeye actually has the meter. Oh god, sniped by a Gimlet. Great awareness by Flocker to just get the whiff punish and finish out the game. As I was saying though, what makes the matchup difficult is the Kiss of Fire. If Doom ever finds an open window to close the gap,
Questo quanto ora è un match abbastanza equilibrato.
Absolutely, absolutely. Alright, so back here into game number 3, tied up at 1-1. Seen busters spent from both players, so we're going to go back to neutral. Not enough damage, able to get a missiles call on board, but Flocker doing a very good job avoiding that. Keeping his spacing proper to avoid getting hit by not enough damage to 0.
All right, and great avoidance by Flocker. There's a lot of mutual respect going on in this matchup right now. Everyone, they're each taking turns using their buster with lightning, trying to just establish some sort of screen control. Eddie actually is able to get the first clean hit this time, so we're actually going to see, hopefully, Eddie turn this match around.
Yeah, that is a pressure choice that not enough damage is very well known for, is the jump up, dash down, go for crouch light with 0.
Oh, we saw the Kobe!
Oh, the Kobe broke his ankles. Oki doked him. Virgil is not going to get to play this game, barring a drop here from Eddie. Fantastic, fantastic incoming.
So one thing that a lot of people may be confused with as why we're calling it Kobe, it's kind of, it looks like the attempt of like a fake three-pointer into, you know, sidestep, actual three-pointer, and it actually, 0 looks like he's doing that, ends up making you think that he's crossing up and stays in front.
Yep. All right, so Flocker has already spent his X Factor here. Hawkeye has a ton of meter to work with. Not enough damage, spends his X Factor to save 0 there because he was probably going to die from that Gimlet. Oh, Flocker found the hit, but not able to finish the combo.
It is actually possible for Hawkeye to get slide into Poison Tip and actually connect with a standing medium afterwards, but it is a rather tight window.
All right, so both players are going to be out of X Factor here, and Hawkeye is now out of meter, so he becomes much less dangerous against Dr. Doom. I imagine not enough damage is trying to build those 2 bars so he can DHC and Virgil like we're going to see right here.
Yeah, make sure he gets all 5 waves of the photon array out to just try to establish as much screen control as possible so that he forces Hawkeye to stay in place so that he can get the hidden missiles out.
Oh, nice cross-up hit there falling down from Hawkeye, but wasn't able to convert it into a full combo. Not enough damage, barring a drop. This should be game 3 to him.
Unfortunately, even if Flocker did convert that hit on Virgil, Hawkeye's damage is notoriously low as well. Even though he has poison damage to get some extra damage tacked on, he would have to force a reset and get 2 additional hits in order to close the game out.
Yeah, the poison from the poison tip arrow can't actually
finora devo dire un match più spettacolare dell'altro.
Significantly drain their red life.
Ok.
Yes. All right, we're seeing Eddie get the first hit once again. He's on a tear right now, trying to close out the set as quickly as possible. Someone as great as Flocker, you want to not give him any chances to breathe. Unfortunately, he did reset though.
Yeah, went for a rather cheeky reset, I'll say. You know, sometimes you'll see players do that when they have a 2-1 or a 2-0 advantage in the set. They'll try something a little bit more risque. But it worked out for Eddie there as he was able to kill off 0. Wins the point war again.
Stays in front. Great push block by Flocker, so he doesn't have to worry about any left-right ambiguity, excuse me.
Oh, gets clipped low, though. Probably going to lose his Virgil again. It's likely going to be all up to Anchor Hawkeye once more for Flocker.
Yeah, and you'll notice that Eddie got the hit off of Lightning. Lightning is severely positive. It does have massive startup, though, so if you see 0 players do Buster Lightning at lower levels, it is actually very punishable. There's a large window to punish on block.
Oh, and Flocker tried to Gimlet there, ends up getting punished.
Vai.
Oh, great awareness. He knew that he wasn't going to be able to convert there because he might teleport to the ground too late, so he just went ahead and reset it with the air throw.
Yep, calls the missile assist to get an additional extension here. Gonna go into Rakoha, and I would imagine just an X Factor.
Straight into the Sphere Flame, just to guarantee it. Looked like the Rakoha could have potentially allowed
Madonna che
Hawkeye to fall
match,
out,
ragazzi.
so great awareness there as
Madonna
well.
che
Closing out the set.
match. Ok.
A repeat of pool 1, right?
Ragazzi, prima di andare avanti, mi fermo 10 minuti, 5-10 minuti, il tempo di andare al bagno, di andare e venire. Ok. Quindi ragazzi, ci vediamo fra poco. Ci vediamo, ho sbagliato. quanto ti serve? Io la mia, la 24 pollici l'ho pagata a 40 euro, l'ho pagata a livello, c'era, dipende da che dimensione, c'era 19, c'era, almeno, almeno 21, le pollici, la 12, la 13, la 22, la 24, Ok ragazzi, eccomi tornato. Sapete che vi dico, raga? Ho cambiato idea. Ce lo guardiamo un'altra volta la Pool 3. Il blocco 3 della... Ho intenzione di andare su un po' su Tekken 7. Ho intenzione di spostarmi su Tekken 7. Ho deciso. E allora andiamo in libreria. Così almeno. Visto che mo è molto tempo. Anche perché ho un piccolo conto in sospeso. Dato che a pomeriggio ho ripreso a fare qualcosina. Però voglio chiudere il conto in sospeso in questione. Ho un piccolo conto in sospeso. Con un certo PG. Oh. Ok. Offline. Battaglia tesoro. Ho un piccolo conto in sospeso adesso. Devo portare Jin a God Omega. Assolutamente. Non mi manca molto. Però devo riuscire a vincere. Dopodiché ci spostiamo un po' online. Ci spostiamo. Non so perché il gioco stia facendo... ecco, finalmente. Ah, mirror. Ah, buonasera, buonasera Zar. Vai! No! Ma che palle! Ma che palle proprio! Ammazzalo. Devo arrivare a God Omega, assolutamente. Ma scendo. No! Porco Dio! Ma guarda che odio! Che odio, ragazzi! Che odio! No, veramente, cioè mi sembra che con Jin non mi sia possibile arrivare a God Omega. Cioè è proprio come se fossi bloccato in una sorta di loop. Quando riesco a vincere, devo poi perdere. Niente. Oh. Ma perché, porco Dio, perché? Cerchi di fare le mosse e non te le fa, mannaggia. Volevo fare giù uno, mannaggia, non me l'ha fatto. Mi ha fatto, si è abbassato e mi ha fatto uno normale. Mo me lo fa, porco Dio. Vabbè. No, vabbè, raga. No, vabbè, porco Dio. Vabbè, poi io sono proprio coglione, raga, per il semplice motivo che premo sotto frame. Premo sotto frame mentre mi attaccano. Cioè io sono proprio coglione, raga. Fanculo. No, ma ci devo riuscire assolutamente, madonna. Ci devo assolutamente riuscire.
Round one. Fight.
Altro personaggio. Cioè, Lily è l'altro personaggio estremamente odioso. Porco dio.
Final round. Fight.
No. No. Muori, puttana. Ma muori forte. Muori, puttana maledetta. Vediamo se riesco.
Round one.
Battaglia danni doppi.
Fight. KO. Round two.
Dovrei farcela. Prendila.